guys, it's Taylor here, and I am so excited to show you a project that I made. I've been playing around in my studio lately, just trying to come up for some new uses for dies that we have in our collection. So I am excited to share with you these cute little treat boxes. You can see I filled mine with jelly beans here. I thought they would be perfect for Easter treats, or maybe if you're doing a themed birthday party. I did a unicorn party for my girls last fall, and so this would have been really cute for that too. So what I wanted to do was use our Sackett collection. You might already have some of those dies in your collection. We did a lot of different characters, whether they were critters or we have a castle, just some really cool different things that were meant to fit on our Sackett To You box. So the Sackett To You box is a gift box, I would say, about this big and that big. But I wanted to use those different character dies to create something different outside of the Sackett To You box. So the thought was to make a little treat box, and my first step was to find these clear boxes that would hold my treats. So you guys don't even have to take that first step because I already found the perfect box. This is what it looks like, and we have these in the Tailored Expressions store. You can pick up a set of 5 of them for $4, so not too expensive to make these cute little boxes. So they ship to you flat, and then you just put them together as you see here, kind of fold them. There's no adhesive required, and then you just tuck the flap in after you fill it with candy. So after you get your boxes put together, the next step is going to be to make the wrap for the boxes. And that's the part I had to kind of fiddle around with, and what I wanted to share with you in case you want to create something just like this. You don't have to go to kind of all the trouble of measuring that I did. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of cardstock. I have one here, and you want to cut this to 3 inches by 8.5 inches. So you can just cut 3 inches off of your 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and you should have what you need there. So there are then 4 places you need to score along this piece of cardstock. I've got my ruler here. Now the reason I'm doing it this way is because these measurements are a little bit funky, I guess. You know, it's not like score at 2, 4, 6, 8. That would be easy. But in order to get it to wrap exactly around this box that we have here, you're going to want to score first at 2 inches. So I have my ruler, and I'm just going to mark with a pencil 4 1/16 inch, 6 1/8 inch. We're going to put our math hats on, make sure we know our ruler measurements, and then 8 1/8 inch. So I have 4 little tick marks here, and I'll just write down those measurements so you guys can see them. 2 inches, 4 1/16 inch, 6 1/8 inch, and 8 1/8 inch. So I am going to then transfer this piece of cardstock to my scoreboard. And like I said, these measurements are a little funky, so they're not listed out there. So what I'm going to do is just line up the little tick mark that I made with pencil with one of the score lines and make sure that I have each one lined up on a line, and then I can just score that exactly where I want it. So I don't actually have my paper, you know, positioned in any kind of corner. I'm just lining up those tick marks with the score lines and using my Score Pal to provide a place for me to do the scoring. Okay, so the scoring is done, and you just kind of fold that neatly on those lines, and then it should wrap just perfectly around the box here. Just like this. And then you can kind of put some sticky tape adhesive, that score tape, we have it in the store, call it sticky tape, and just wrap that around and hide that little excess tab there by tucking it under and adhering it that way. You could also put a little bit of adhesive kind of on the top and bottom to keep the wrap in place on the box so that it doesn't slide in and out like this. So before you put your wrap on though, make sure that you cut your oval into your wrap so that you can see the candy through the belly of your little critter. So what you're gonna wanna do is cut that oval in the center here between your score lines of 4 1/16 and 6 1/8. So cut oval. Or you could do a circle too. I found that our stitched oval stacklets, the second to the smallest size, worked really well. So that's what I used on my boxes. So this little treat box is super easy. I used lots of different Sackett dies. For this little guy, I used the chick for the head, the owl for the eyes and the wings, bloomers for the flowers, and the horn is actually from Sackett Fox. So this little guy is the most kind of complicated one as far as the number of dies that I used. Now the easiest one is this guy. This is Sackett Chick, and I only used pieces from Sackett Chick. So if you're looking for an easy one, maybe you have Sackett Chick in your collection and all you need is the boxes then. So let me just line up here the different ones that I used. You can also head over to the Tailored Expressions blog where I list out all of the different dies that I used for each of these little critters so that you can kind of check off your collection, see if you have them. This guy's one of my favorites, little frog. So hopefully I've shown you a new way to use your Sackett collection of dies, and you'll be making these cute Easter treat boxes for lots of occasions down the road too. So thank you guys for stopping by, watching my video today, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.